Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about June goals, and yes, I know it is a little bit late. Today is June 12th, so the month is freaking halfway over, which is ridiculous to me. Life got in the way and I never got to sit down and actually film this video for you guys, and I think it is still very important that you hear it because my last month's goals video was so well received because you guys are like, I want to know what you're trying to do every month, so I'm still bringing you the June goals video. So first, let's do a May recap. First, can we talk about how I said we're in the middle of June? This is the halfway point through the year. I can't even handle it. Anyway, May goals. I went back, rewatched my video, and made sure that I knew exactly what goals I told you about, so we're going to talk about them. My first goal for May was to walk 100,000 steps every week, and I managed to succeed in every week but one. There was one week that I was 7,000 steps shy. It's about 14,000 steps a day average to get to the 100,000 steps. So it was a lofty goal. And there was one week that I was 7,000 steps shy, but my Fitbit died. I've been having major keeping this thing charged issues lately. It died on me before I went to the gym for my heavy workout one day. So I'm thinking that I either made it or I'm only 3,000 under actually, because it died during my heaviest step part of the day, which just figures, doesn't it? I was so mad. But 3 out of 4 weeks is not bad at all. It was hard, but it was very motivating. So I did do it all but 1 week. Not too shabby. Goal number 2 was follow Points Plus, which I did. And I can't remember, before filming this, I didn't actually go back into my tracker and be like, how on track was I actually? But I put forth a valiant effort. I did a lot better than I did in May. But ultimately, according to my Weight Watchers app, which even though that's Smart Points, I still, when I do my weigh-ins, I do put it in the actual Weight Watchers app. I only lost between the end of April and the end of May 0.2 pounds, which was very frustrating to see. I'm fighting. I am fighting the good fight, guys. So hard. So stinking hard, but we'll talk about that more in a second. I did, in fact, follow Points Plus better than I did in May. Did I do as well as I probably could have? Probably not. But at the end of the day, my result was 0.2 lost. So there's that. Hydrate 100 ounces. I was much better about hydration, but I didn't actually track it. I only tracked it about the first week. But I have made a much more conscious effort to make sure that I'm drinking water. Because for whatever reason, I'm still noticing it this month, that I'm still very much like, oh, I think I'm thirsty, but let me sit here and not go get myself a full bottle of water and actually satisfy my thirst. I don't understand it. I don't know what's going on mentally, but I did do better than I did in May. Read 3 books was an epic failure. 1, I started the book May Cause Miracles. I didn't realize that it was like some 40-day challenge thing that ended up being a little bit too woo-woo for me. So like, as I opened it to start to read it, I got through the intro and I got to like day 1 and I was like, I'm not freaking gonna do this. I'm not. So I just returned the book to the library. I was not going to waste my time trying to read a book just because I told you guys that was on my reading list. I am about a third of the way through Girl Wash Your Face. I'm about halfway through The Slight Edge. I also started a book called The Period Repair Manual due to me getting my IUD removed. Several people have told me about this book, so I decided to get it and read it. I'm in the middle of that as well. I'm in the middle of The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving an F. No joke, that's what it's called. I'm not going to swear on my channel. But I got that from the digital library, so I'm in the middle of that as well. And then I just started a new book by Melissa Ambrosini. As you can tell, I'm having some commitment issues when it comes to sitting down and reading a book. But I've got 5 in the works, but I didn't complete any of them. How depressing, really. I don't know, guys. I'm feeling like a failure telling you guys all of this stuff. I really am, because like, have I done any of these? I almost did the first one. True confessions. I'm not good at achieving my goals lately. What the heck? Oh, look, another one I didn't do. Post the 4 product reviews on the blog. So I told you guys about 4 foodstuffs that I was going to write blog posts about. I put up 2 of them, but don't get too excited because one of them went up today. Like today. I just posted it before I started filming. So 2 of the 4 reviews are done and up and published, but I didn't achieve the goal of doing all 4. I don't know why I can't get myself to sit down and blog. Because I do vlogging, I do blogging, I do all of it, but I can't get myself to sit down and type. and it's making me crazy, and I don't know what to do about it because I really want my website to be an important part of the Diva and the Divine brand, and I just can't find the motivation to do it. Any tips? Let me know. Last goal for me was to hit 155, which I didn't do either. I'm in the 150s. I weighed in this morning at 159.2, I think. So I'm in the 150s still, which is great, but let me tell you. So that was May. May was a lot of almost doing things, but not actually fully succeeding in any one of my goals. June's goals. Are you ready? June can be summed up in one word. One word is my goal this entire month. My June goal is to simplify. I am simplifying everything because I think part of my problem and part of the reason that I have a list of 6 goals from May and I didn't achieve a single one of them to completion was because I'm making things too complicated. I am making everything in my life too complicated. I'm making losing weight and going to the gym too complicated. I'm making doing my work too complicated. I'm making being a housewife really freaking complicated because I like to get into my own head about everything. And like just yesterday I had like a massive anxiety depressive attack for no reason. No reason whatsoever. And it was terrible. And I don't know if it was hormonal or what, but I was like, what? Why am I like, I like to think, and like especially with all the mental health stuff that's on the news and happening and everything in our lives right now, it's very important to talk about these things. But I don't actually have, okay, I probably do, but I don't have any declared, like prescribed mental health issues. I don't. I'm generally a very positive and upbeat person. I'm generally pretty happy. I'm generally really grateful. And I know and understand how blessed I am. And I have a very strong faith in God and Jesus, and that helps me through a lot of things if I am having a problem. But lately, my anxiety and like I didn't think I had an anxiety problem. Now I'm kind of thinking I might because I let myself get into my head so badly that it really screws things up for me instead of just like sitting down and doing the thing. I just gotta do the freaking thing. And for whatever reason, I get in my head and then I talk myself out of doing the thing. Stupid. Stupid. Makes me crazy. So this month, I'm simplifying. I'm trying to get rid of all of the excess everything. I don't want everything to be complicated. I want things to be simple, straightforward, and easy to achieve. So my June goal is to simplify. Now, that is not, of course, how I'm going to end the video. Simplify, peace out, see you in July. No, I have broken down goals within the Simplify umbrella. So here are my June goals for simplifying my life. Goal number 1 is skincare, and that is the thing that actually brought Simplify to light for me. I was listening to the Forever 35 podcast, which if you are not listening to it, you should be, especially if you like beauty and skincare, mostly skincare. But it is these 2 authors, Kate Spencer and Dori Shafrir, who are really good friends, and they just like to talk about serums, is what they say. They love to talk about skincare. And this podcast of theirs, I feel like I'm in the room with my 2 best friends just talking about anything that's on our mind. They talk about butts, no joke, like a lot about butts, because it's stuff that women want to talk about but don't talk about. And we talk about skincare and problems, and they have guests on, and it's really, oh my gosh, it's an amazing podcast. I love it. I binged it until I caught up. It was so good. And they had an episode on where they interviewed Kate's facialist. And some of the stuff that she said really spoke to me. And she talked a lot about cystic acne and adult acne, which is, hello, what I'm struggling with constantly. And she talked about some ingredients that you should pretty much avoid at all costs, especially if you are having problems with acne. And those ingredients were talc, bismuth, which is bismuth oxide on your ingredients lists, and silicone, dimethicone, any of the owns, the slippery silicone type stuff. So I took all this to heart, ran into here, and started looking at the ingredients of all the products that I use on a daily basis. And wouldn't you know it, most of the stuff that I use has at least one of those ingredients. My favorite powder foundation, the first ingredient was talc. And as I'm going through all this, all my primers have dimethicone in them. And I'm sitting there going, well, crap. I really want to try and embrace this this simplifying, getting rid of these particular ingredients in my skin stuff to see if it helps me with my problems. So I went out at the end of, I think it was the end of May, maybe the beginning of June, and I hunted down just simple thing. I'm like, I'm not going to like throw away all the stuff that I have, but I wanted to just get something that I could do right now. So I picked up a primer that has none of the bad ingredients in it, and I picked up a powder foundation that had by It Cosmetics. The It Cosmetics pressed CC cream, or it's not a cream though, it's a powder. Pressed CC powder has SPF 50, which I thought was perfect for summer, perfect for everyday use, does not contain any of the ingredients I was trying to avoid. And then while I was at Ulta, I got hit up by one of the freaking sales representatives for Skin Iceland, and I went in with no makeup on, and she saw the state that my skin was in, so we started talking about my skin and how she's like, your skin is super stressed, and with the whole anxiety issues I've been having lately, I'm like, I'm not surprised. So she suckered me in to a new skin cleanser and moisturizer, and the active ingredient in these products was white willow bark. I read the ingredients lists, none of the bad stuff, no phosphates, sulfates, all that stuff, none of the bad stuff is in these products, and she's like, this is literally all you'll need. And morning and night, cleanse, moisturize, that's it. And your skin should start to get better. So that is what kind of prompted me to be like, why am I layering 15 million things on my face at night? Which my husband argued with me about ages and ages and ages ago, but he gave up. So I decided that for the month, I'm just going to use this cleanser, this moisturizer, and I'm noticing that I need a little bit more moisture sometimes. And so because we went to Florida, I hunted down some minis of the products that I just purchased, and in this kit that I bought, which I'll link down below, was $35, and it had the cleanser, the moisturizer, an eye thing, which was okay, but it also had the night, like a stronger moisturizer for a night from Skin Iceland, also free of all the ingredients I don't want it to have, but it's more hydrating, so I've been using that at night. So I've been using literally those 3 products, and that's it. I've been doing some masks and whatnot, like treatments, but I have not been layering on serums and treatment after treatment after treatment after treatment at night. It's just been wash, moisturize, that's it. And so this is what prompted the whole simplify thing. I'm like, get rid of everything, use these 3 things, and be done. So my first goal is to simplify with the ingredients that are in my makeup and my skincare by using as minimal products as possible. Save when I'm filming, because I do a full face of makeup when I'm filming. That was a really long explanation. I apologize. Goal number 2, simplify the diet. Meaning, let's try and do whole, clean, awesome foods and not worry about all the pre-packaged, pre-done, full of processed whatever. Just buy the fruits and vegetables, buy the raw meat, and cook dinner, and be done. Make yourself a sandwich instead of running to somewhere and getting something that's in a package. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Seriously. And I'm also getting rid of having multiple dessert options in the house. I only have 2 currently. I have ice cream, which is around mostly for my husband, but because it's summertime, I've really been into the ice cream as well. So if I have the calories left for it, that's coming up, at the end of the day, I'll enjoy some ice cream. And then at Costco, I got these little pretzel caramel chocolate snapper things. Not in like the big bag of snappers that you buy regularly because I can't trust myself around those. But Costco had 20 individual little packets that were 140 calories a piece. And I was like, you know what, this is perfect. When I want a little something sweet, it's pre-packaged, I can control myself over that. That will be like my one thing that's in the house. Anything else, if I want a delicious cookie or a piece of cupcake or a brownie, I have to go out, buy it. Buy 1, not a pack, 1. I can bring it home and eat that 1, but then it's done. There are no leftovers hanging out in my house. I'm just making it very simple. Everything in my house, for the most part, is very diet friendly. Actually, now that I'm mentally going through my refrigerator, I have fruits, vegetables, and yogurt, low-fat yogurt or fat-free yogurt, and meat and eggs in my refrigerator, and some cold-pressed juice and kombucha. That's my refrigerator. Like, I can't screw it up. There's no way I can screw up my diet if that's the only stuff I have in my refrigerator, right? Keep it simple. Keeping the diet very simple, keeping the foods very clean and simple. Number 3 is count calories. Yes, this started as an experiment one week, a couple weeks ago, where I wanted to compare points plus to calories just to shake it up a bit. So I had my MyFitnessPal active and I had the goal set for losing a pound a week, and at my weight and at my activity level it gave me 1,500 calories to work with. And so I decided to see if Points Plus and my 1,500 calorie goal could work together. Turns out that it worked together very, very well, actually. But I noticed by the end of the week, I was much more focused on counting the calories and opening my MyFitnessPal than I was opening iTrack Bites to track my points. So I kept with it for the rest of the week. I'm like, let me just count calories. And I lost 2.2 pounds that week. So I decided for the month of June, I'm just taking a break from points and just focusing on calories, because ultimately weight loss is calories in versus calories out, right? I mean, what Weight Watchers does is it helps you make a calorie deficit because it's helping you control your calories, but you're just counting in points, not calories. But that's what it's doing. Seriously. It's why people are struggling on Freestyle. With all the 0-point foods, they're probably eating more calories than they should be. It's all about calories. So I decided that I'm just counting calories this month. Back to basics, the most simple calories in versus calories out method of weight loss, and seeing what happens. Simplification goal number 4 is my step goal. I'm back at 10,000 steps. My goal is to just move. I'm not doing anything crazy, and actually because my goal is 10,000 steps, but if I do more, great, I notice that I'm actually getting closer to an average of about 12,000 steps a day, just because I'm not caring anymore, and I'm like, the goal is to move, the goal doesn't have to be a number, and because I'm going to the gym and walking around, and it's summertime and whatnot, I'm still getting all my steps in, which is great, but I'm not focused on, oh, I have to reach that 14,000 steps per day to get to my 100,000 steps in a week. No, none of that. I'm just moving. Simple. Simplify goal number 5 is to purge all the things. Big part of simplification for me is to get rid of all the extra stuff that I have. I went through my closet and I filled up an entire bag that I'm sending over to ThredUp, which is kind of like a thrift store website. It's really cool. You should check it out. So I went through some of my closet, got rid of stuff I knew I wasn't going to use anymore. I went through my office and got rid of old planners and notebooks and things that I'm just not touching. I just said forget it, and I chucked it all in a bag and I got rid of it. That's what I'm doing with most things, getting rid of it all. I got rid of the food that didn't need to be in the house. And by get rid of that, I mean once it was gone, I didn't repurchase it type of thing. And I'm just getting rid of all the extra. I'm trying to simplify. I cleaned out my bedroom and it looks a lot nicer. And I'm in a I don't want too much stuff phase. That's what I'm in. And then the 6th goal for simplification is simplifying my sleep. And I went into this in a vlog about how I've been having sleep problems, and I actually went to a sleep doctor, and he gave me a prescribed bedtime of 1 a.m. to try and shorten the amount of time I'm in bed, with the goal of increasing the percentage of sleep efficiency I get while I'm in bed. So it's better for me to sleep in bed for 6 hours 100% of the time than it is to be in bed for 8 hours and only sleep 60% of the time. You know what I mean? So I can go more into detail. If you want to know more about my sleep exploration and insomnia issues saga, let me know. But what I found is because I've simplified and let go and been like, all right, if I don't go to bed till 1 a.m., that's fine. I'll go to bed when I'm tired. I'm actually going to bed earlier and sleeping a lot better because I've let go of all the anxiety associated with sleep. So I'm just keeping that simple. Like if I'm tired, I go to bed. If I'm not tired, I don't go to bed. It doesn't matter what time it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Simplify, ease the anxiety, get it all done. Those are my goals for June. The goal is to simplify my life, and hopefully moving forward, I will keep with the simplified mentality, even if I go back to Weight Watchers or increase my fitness goal or whatever. The point is to feel relaxed and at ease, and like life and my goals are simplified, easier, accessible, possible to obtain. Because when you obtain your goals, you feel a lot better about things, right? So that was my goal for the month, was to simplify everything. Let me know in the comments below what some of your goals for this month are, and since the month is half over, how are you doing? By the way, I'm doing pretty great on all of these goals, and I will tell you more in my goals recap video, hopefully happening at the end of this month. If you like goal videos, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the little red button down there to subscribe for more from me. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you are well, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!